Hi everybody, happy Thursday. My name is Elizabeth and it is January 25th. I'm here at Wild Song on this beautiful day. I've got Justoro in the background looking beautiful. So happy to be here and sharing some rambly thoughts with you. Hopefully you get something out of it. The thing I wanted to talk about today is called the MERE effect, M-E-R-E. So I had a consultation call this week with Lockie Phillips of Emotional Horsemanship, who is just super savvy and tapped into all of the science. And I wanted to talk to him about, I didn't know the MERE effect at the time. He informed me of it and I was like, well, son of a gun, I've experienced that with so many horses, and I have not had any explanation of why. So what is the MERE effect? I'm gonna really botch the wording here, but essentially it's when animals have been exposed to a certain stimulus or training and they come to like it or dislike it. So an example of that is a horse that has always been exposed to escalating pressure may not like other types of pressure or systems of training because that is what they know and they come to appreciate it. And so how that has manifested in my experiences is that I have had horses where I'm like, hi, we're gonna do some really soft and slow stuff, and it is gonna be really yummy and beautiful, and then the horse is either disconnected or frustrated or downright dangerous, and so then I have to do escalating pressure in order to make them feel safe. So it's kind of baffled me. I remember one horse a while back that was trying to do some real quiet stuff, and he was just spooky at everything. And then someone who had actually been in the cutting horse world got on him, and boy, this horse was confident. He was connected. He was proud. He was like so relaxed compared to how he had been with me. I was so confused by it, but this MERE effect explains that. So it kind of goes back to this whole conversation that folks have been having over the past several months about all the pitfalls of certain training modalities and where we shouldn't pigeonhole ourselves into one system or another, because you might one day meet a horse who needs exactly the opposite of what you're giving them. But that being said, horses who come through my program and people who come through my program, I really want them to be educated in as many different systems as possible. Now, why wouldn't I want to move away from escalating pressure? Completely, because there is a day that may come along where I will need something of a horse in an exact moment, and the needing something now is a real strength of systems that utilize escalating pressure. We are always working towards needing stuff from horses later, right? So a perfect example of this would be trailer loading. This is actually something that we have taught in our trailer loading class. I need you, horse, to get on this trailer right now. And here are the skills that I have to make sure that happens. And I think that folks need to learn that too, unfortunately, because when a fire comes or some sort of emergency comes, oftentimes folks that have lived in a very, soft, slow, quiet place with their horses haven't rehearsed that in their. Sorry, we just have to take a look at what's going on back there. It's a little blurry, but Gelding's plane. Anyways, folks haven't rehearsed that in their body. They have no skill set yet or coordination around how to get a horse to do something in exactly that moment when they need it. Now, the drawback of always being in that place is you're always carrying that kind of stressful, potentially stressful energy. It can cause horses to be shut down and robotic. It can fracture some of the trust that you have, that you've built up in your relationship bank account with horses. So it's not a place that I care to live in all the time with horses or students, but I do feel strongly that it's something we need to talk about and something we need to be proficient in. So those are the skills that we need now for horses to do things now. Then there's this place where we are practicing skills for things that we need from horses later. So in the trailer loading class, what that would look like is really slow contact and movement of the aids, having a conversation, building trust. We could even roll in some positive reinforcement so that we can create a behavior with positive reinforcement that has more autonomy and choice than escalating pressure and release would offer. But that takes so much time. And that's fine if you have the time and you are willing to take it. And I think you should take the time, because that's really the place where we develop yummy, trusting relationships with our horses, with de-escalation and pressure and, positive reinforcement. So in conclusion, it's just another thing that explains and reaffirms that every horse is different, every situation is different, every person's definition of happiness is different too. There are a lot of folks that need horses to do stuff in the now all the time. Working horses on ranches will need to practice escalating pressure, and the partnership piece is not as big a deal. But I know if you're probably watching this, the partnership piece is a really big deal for you. So, but just ask yourself if, there has ever been a situation where the mirror effect has been in place with your horse, where they liked some sort of communication that was different than what you're asking of them. I guarantee there are probably more out there than we know, just based on the culture in this horse industry. Okay, those are my rambles for today. I hope you are having a wonderful Thursday and continue to have a great week. Namaste for now.